Another reason for the illusion of separation. In your human form, in this very dense form that filters a great deal of emotion, the energies of emotion are very strong. And when you align to unconditional love, your physical body will often cry. You will feel the eyes with the watering. You will feel the energy coming up almost as though you are gulping. You will feel the tension in the throat of all communication. And this is a process of embracing, again, in very small, dense form, that which is larger than you. And so to love unconditionally is not yet appropriate on this planet, and yet you are all part of creating it. To love unconditionally with boundary, to love unconditionally with forgiveness, to love unconditionally with preference. This is the peace. When you are not in these forms of being separate, these bodies keep you very separate. The mind keeps you very separate. And it is important that you are separate, or you would not be the individualized, unique expression of all that is. Think of all the many humans on your planet. Think of how many throughout history. Think of all the numbers beyond anything you can comprehend. Think of the blades of grass. There are more than you can imagine. Think of the stars in the sky. And yet each and everything is diverse and separate in its uniqueness. And so for you to embody unconditional love, to feel safe enough in a separate form, a form that can be hurt, a form that can experience betrayal, a form that can feel disappointment, a form that can feel stuckness, a form that can get in a painful loop mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, or even energetically. To reach for unconditional love in that, while you also participate at the level of the dimension that you are in the planet that you are in the biology that you are experiencing, that is what has not been created. That is what you have agreed to. It is no small thing. And so each and every belief that you have expanded to encompass more, that you have used to create preference, each and every filter that you were inhabiting before your birth, even as a cell developing within your mother's body, even those filters, even that DNA programming, you came in so uniquely you, so different, so separate from any other being on this planet, that you are capable of something that does not yet exist. Do you see the perfection in that? And we much enjoy the movie with the circular language, with the message that is circular, and you will notice that we always give you the circle. We always speak to you of that which was, that which can be, that which you are, and that which is coming. And we give it to you very often in this way, in the whole entire event, that it wraps back up in a circle. Because we encourage you, in agreement with you, to be in this exchange, that there is no separation. It is all connected. It is all connected. It is all connected, and it is all good. You may not experience as good, and that is good, because then you will choose more good. And as you choose more good, you're developing more good. And as you explore that which does not choose good, it prompts you to choose more good. And the more good that you develop within your own mind, within your own heart, within your own physical expression, the more good that you seek, the more the universe expands. Have you not wondered why that is happening? It is because you are all seeking the same thing. Expansion out of the limitation of that which is. And that is good. It is simply more preferable to you in human form, after many explorations of darkness, to see that the light is what you're hungry for. The light is that which delights you now. Give yourself permission to know the light of who you are, and you will have a much easier, a much faster time of getting into that which you prefer. And so now we say that it is a good time for you to take a break. And yet we are always with you. And we ask you, do not ask the questions without the camera, because you will want the answers recorded. So nourish your body, stretch your bodies, move around, adjust your air temperatures, and then we will see what else has come up for you. taking a breath and becoming centered into your body, becoming grounded. One more breath. Thank you. Okay. Wow, are they like loud and animated or what? All right, so let's see if I can get back in. You can tell I'm kind of nervous, right? All right, so taking a big breath. And in the agreement of allowing the energy of total love, in the agreement of being receptive and open to that which would serve our highest good, that we would receive and integrate and benefit from and through, and contribute through the receiving of. The energy of total love that would support us in the moment that we are in. And yes, we would invite you all into an experience. And we would like to ask you to quietly, if you're comfortable with your eyes closed, drop into your heart. Bring your consciousness down into your heart. Feel the heat, the warmth of your heart. Imagine that there is a space here within the heart. This space that has been very protected, for good reason, appropriately, rightly, as part of the evolutionary process and progress. And your hearts are beginning to open. And we want to answer the questions that you did not ask and yet you have asked in your own minds, in your own researching, and in your own exploration. Your physical bodies as they adapt to this newness of the heart being open, of the throat being open, of the shift out of judgment and black and white into possibility and preference. That you will experience many unusual physical sensations, experiences. Because the form that you have been incarnated in does not change as rapidly as your emotion, as your thought, as your consciousness, as your desire, as your expression. And in this awareness of your heart, of this center within your torso, this place that you connect to others in consciousness, this place that has been ignored. Previously in your memories, you most resonate with the heart feeling pain. Even in your joy, you have not yet evolved into using the language of the heart. My heart feels open, my heart feels expanded, my heart feels happy, my heart is delighted, my heart is connected. And yet you will soon be one of those that increases the expansion of the heart energy in your own experience. It is the heart energy that will allow you to ask the questions that are a part of your contribution, the uniqueness of you as you contribute forward. It is the heart energy of love with humor, love with patience, love with kindness, love with positive expectation. Because you have learned through your exploration of suffering and difficulty, through your exploration of letting yourself down, of letting down others, of being let down, you have learned that you have a preference for connection, for kindness, for goodness, for ease, for comfort. And although you live that in many arenas of your earth experience, it is time now for you to utilize the energy of the heart, to be the creative force that brings the consciousness of non-judgment, of forgiveness, to bring in the concept of what does love look like in human form, where there is the necessity of healthy parameters, boundaries, limits of action. And often it is confused that the heart is not safe to feel love with those who would reject it, use it, ignore it. And we would like to remind you, as you center into your heart space, as you feel this connection, as you let the warmth expand here, that you're responsible for connecting mind and heart, for using logic and strategy, for using wisdom and experience, so that your actions and your non-actions are thought out and protective, so that the heart may open, so that the heart may expand, so that the heart may embrace all the diversity of your dimension, all the diversity of your experiences, all the diversity of all that you observe, so that your heart is safe with your commitment to learn that which is necessary to learn, so that your actions are wise, are strategic, that your actions are protective of your experiences, of what you give, what you receive, what you allow, what you put up with, what you create, while the heart itself is safe to expand, is safe to explore, safe to imagine, to grow, to soften. And often you will feel a contraction in this heart area. You will feel the way that you have experienced emotional energies as a lump in the throat. You will sometimes feel a knot in the heart, a stone in the heart, a pressure in the heart, a tightness in the heart. And this is not to be feared. Lovingly, with great patience, encourage the heart to open. Remind yourself that you do have wisdom, you do have experience, you do have logic, you do have reason, you have resources. That you're capable of exploring expansion through love without action that threatens your experience in a negative way. That to love another does not mean you need to engage at any human level other than love from the heart. And that there are many ways to practice the nourishing of your heart through smell, through sight, through food, through taste. That you could simply begin by connecting your thoughts of delight to the heart. That when you speak the language of the earth, when you use love without even paying attention, when you love the sunshine, what does it mean to your heart? When you love the flowers, the blue sky, the song, what does it mean to your heart? Learn how to utilize the heart as the filter for your preference. Learn how to build the skill with your mind, how to learn from the teachers and all the ways that they give you information. And we encourage you to learn. even from your memories, not in fear of what went wrong, but to sort through them with preference of how you might see them differently, how you would reenact them differently if you knew the heart was safe with you. It is no small endeavor. And now we ask you to imagine that we are right in front of you. Actually, we're all around you. As a stream of consciousness, we circle you, almost like an energetic hug, almost like a heart welcoming you in. Imagine that this energy all around you is only able to connect with you because of your heart. That although you ask good questions and you like to listen to the answer and you use the earth mind, the personality, to utilize the answer in a way that gives you direction for this exercise, we invite you to know that you can only feel this vibration. You can only experience this loving vibration, this admiration, this celebration of your uniqueness and your strength and your courage. You can only access this through the heart. And so when you invite us into your earth experience, when you invite us into the room with you, this frequency is like a gentle awakening, a soft encouragement for the heart to feel safe. And it is not that we give you a vibration that you do not know. It is that we are gently reminding you that you wanted to bring the connectedness of all that is, that you wanted to bring the frequency of all that is good. Bring it into the human physical heart as a frequency to connect to more good, as a frequency to invite others to more good. Bless your heart. Consider your heart. Learn to communicate from the heart. Learn to sort your preferences through your heart. The heart is exactly what will give you the direction, the knowing of that which you are seeking next. And it is always changing. It is always changing, and yet it is always the same in that it is what would delight your heart. What would connect you to that which is bigger than you, even in the unique and isolated experience of you. The heart is the ultimate paradox because it can be broken. And even in the breaking of it, it can expand. The heart of you is an expression that you would do well to explore, to ask in a loving way. What is the heart of me? What am I capable of? And we are suggesting to you that you will be able to feel us, to feel this consciousness anytime, all time, that you require or request by dropping your consciousness into your heart. And although you may not perceive words as in this literal exchange in person, the vibration already exists within you. It is time to trust it, to use experience and knowledge, to gather more knowledge and more skill, to practice feeling worthy of the self-love, of the positive expectation that will allow you to live through and from the heart. That is your connection to more good for yourself physically, more good for yourself energetically, more good for yourself emotionally and mentally, and more good spiritually for your planet, for all of humanity. Respect the mind. Use the mind. Use experience. Use memory. Not as limitation, not as punishment. Use all that you have explored for one purpose: to evolve yourself into opening and expanding the heart. Feel the frequency you are in. Note that which you are experiencing physically in your perception of energy, of this connection. Notice that the heart is connected to all of your past, all of your future. That in the unique individualization of you, you are connected to all that is. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. This is a beautiful thing. Feel this frequency and know that it is only the beginning of resonating in a vibration. It is only the beginning of the desire you had to come in individualized form and know connection to all that is. Know that you will explore love at many, many intensities and levels. And all those experiences, all those filters, all those beliefs, all those memories, all the stories that you witness, the music that you enjoy, the colors that you feel good resonating with, all of it is so that you could encompass the whole in this individualized expression. And we bless you. And we bless your courage. And we bless your spirit for being so brave to be these pioneers, to bring in a new wave of consciousness in a new way, at a new level of being. And now taking a breath. Begin to feel your earth body. Allow whatever picture would come to you so that you can integrate mind and heart, body and soul, intention and question, past and future. Imagine for a moment that you could feel safe. You could feel very, very safe being you. That you could be the one that develops the consciousness, the new consciousness, to be at home, even on this planet of chaos and contrast, that you could feel at home in your heart, and eventually even in your mind. And know that you are creating this path for many as you choose to explore it yourself, personally and individually. Feel the honor and the privilege and the love of that, the magnitude of that. So in whatever way comes to your inner mind, your inner eye, imagine weaving these frequencies. Imagine them integrating to every cell of your body, into your skin, into your form, including all of you as a container of eternal potential. Imagine it in a way that is comforting, supportive, strengthening. And know that you can access this at any time, and we will support you in this. And that through the heart, through the developing of this new ability of the heart safe on earth, because of the wisdom, because of the strategy, because of the personal responsibility, because of choice in action or non-action. That the vibration of choice will allow you to be safe utilizing the heart, and it is through the heart that you will access the angels. It is through the heart that you will access that which you are seeking. It is through the heart that you can ask the questions in a way that will allow you to be receiving the answers that uniquely support you and your contribution. And now imagine that you breathe in. You breathe in the earth air, remembering that you're here in this dimension on this planet. And that you're these many levels and layers, all this complexity. That you are miraculous and beautiful and ever growing and evolving and changing, and there is nothing you can get wrong. There is only an endless opportunity for new choice, new preference. Imagine that your heart could smile at that idea. And gently coming back into consciousness, coming back into the room, stretching and coming all the way back. All the way back.